Hello guys, it's Dereck Tafuma here, DereckTafuma.com. So I'm just doing an experiment here. I want to see if I can do a presentation. In fact, let me go on my phone, put it on mute. I'm gonna go on my phone and I'm gonna go on my page, and then I'm going to see if I'm actually live on the page. Excuse me, that's an easy way to find out. So I'm just logging into my page, and there I am, how to tell stories on social media. So indeed I am live. There we go. I put it here. And so I've gone full screen. I'm using an app called Ecamm Live. It allows you to go live on Facebook on the desktop. Although I think now Facebook now allows you to do that within the web browser if you're on a desktop. Okay, so the slides are not appearing on my phone. I'm just wondering if it's working. But yeah, it is. It's live now. Been live for 33 seconds according to the phone. So I think it's a little bit behind. So basically, Dereck Tafuma, DereckTafuma.com, and I'm going to talk about telling stories on social media, how we can tell stories on social media. So the first thing we need to realize is that whenever we are blogging, podcasting, or video blogging, or vlogging, we are actually telling a story. And the human mind is a story processing machine. So we process stories more than anything else, more than mathematics and quantum physics. If you're looking at mathematics, for example, it's easier to learn maths if you're looking at the history of maths, how numbers were formed, and stuff like that. Physics, the history of physics, how the atomic weapons were developed, and stuff like that. That is more interesting to the human mind than the equation for how to make a nuclear weapon, the nuclear fusion or nuclear fission that's taking place. So it's a lot easier for the brain to process, which is why I think the Bible is quite an important book, or religious text, in fact, because they are full of stories, and we identify with stories. And each story that someone has gone through will have some similarities somewhere with the way that you've experienced your own life. And so there's always that you're always identifying with personal stories of other people. Okay, so that's number one. So we're looking at blogging, podcasting, and video blogging. So in terms of blogging, and the picture that I've used in the background is WordPress, and WordPress is like the daddy of blogging. And blogging basically is writing, but it's also including in the writing you can include pictures and you can include video within the blog or the article or the news story. So there is no difference now between what the big news companies, networks are doing. There is no difference what they are doing now with what you could potentially do, because you've got the resources. We now have the platforms where we can do exactly what the big organizations have always been doing. Okay, so WordPress is a big one. Then there is Medium. Medium is not so popular among a lot of people, but it tells you exactly if you open an article, it will tell you exactly how many minutes it's going to take you to read it. I think they use an average of how fast human beings read, and so they give you that, and it's easy for people to decide whether they're going to read it now because they've got 5 minutes during a lunch break, or they're going to read it at some time later. They're going to always make that decision. Facebook is becoming a big blogging platform, It has always been a blogging platform, just like Twitter. Twitter is 140 characters. At some point, they were talking about increasing the number of characters, but to date, they haven't. And so Twitter is also a big blogging platform. It restricts you to the number, but you can still post pictures, you can still post video within Twitter itself. And if you want to practice blogging, I suggest that you use Facebook for a lot of your blogging, because it allows you to write more than 1,000 words. Okay, you can write more than 1,000 words. I think Medium allows you up to 500. Can't remember now. And YouTube is also a big blogging platform because it's a search engine, which means that it uses words. Okay, it uses words for people to discover your content. So if you are putting out a YouTube video, you also need to put a description, and you also need to put some keywords in there. Some tags, I call them tags. You put some tags, which are words, and you also put a description, and that's going to help your video to be discovered when people search for particular content on YouTube. Then LinkedIn, I think LinkedIn is a great platform. I think as a professional, not only should you put your qualifications on LinkedIn, but you should also show by the way that you're blogging on LinkedIn that you know what you're talking about, that you have an expertise. People are looking for experts. Employers are looking for experts. So if you're an expert teacher of physics, then blog about physics. If you're talking about the fact that, or if you put in your qualifications that you're an experienced teacher of physics, show us some experience on your LinkedIn profile, on your LinkedIn timeline. Blog about the things that you do. If you're a banker, blog about banking. If you're a doctor, blog about medicine. Something happens, like there's a bird flu outbreak. Show your expertise. Write an article to explain to people exactly what is happening. You are in education. Explain to people the changes that are taking place in education. Blog about it. Make videos about it on LinkedIn. Then you become an authority in that area, and anyone who is looking to employ someone in your field is more likely to consider you before considering people who are posting pictures of themselves on a Saturday having fun instead of talking about their expertise. Then we have podcasting. Podcasting is podcasting is your personal radio station. Podcasting has opened up radio to everyone. So anyone with a smartphone can download Anchor.fm app on their smartphone. They can use GarageBand to make an iTunes podcast. They can use GarageBand to record and post on SoundCloud. So not only do we have SoundCloud, we have Stitcher, we have a lot of other platforms which one can use. Okay, so podcasting is quite big. It's talking. It's what we've always done. It's the first thing we learn before we even read or write. We're already doing talking, and talking is podcasting. And in this video, we are doing all three. We're doing writing, we're doing podcasting, we're doing video all at the same time. So video, I like video for that because you get to do everything all at once. Okay, so that's podcasting. Then there's video blogging. In video blogging, we have YouTube, we have Facebook Live, Periscope, Snapchat, Instagram, Wistia. All of these are platforms that you can use to tell stories. I'm telling this story on my Facebook page, and I'm doing this live. I've just done one on YouTube, and it's exactly the same slides, but I'm noticing that I'm not saying exactly the same things that I've said on the YouTube. I was doing a YouTube live. In fact, I was doing a Google Hangout on my own. I was doing a solo a Google Hangout. You can also do a Google Hangout on your own, or you can do it with other people. Then Periscope. Periscope, I was bought by Twitter. Periscope allows you to go live as well. Snapchat, you can post short videos of yourself on Instagram. Not only can you post pictures and videos, you can also go live. Wistia, I haven't used Wistia. I haven't actually used it, but the reason I've got it down here is because it's a platform that Teachable.com is using. Teachable.com is a platform that I'm going to use to post some courses, which I'm going to put physics courses. I'm also going to put courses on things that I've actually taught myself, so I can make up a course and I'll put it up there. If I don't have expertise in the area, I'm probably not going to charge for it, but if it's physics, I'm probably going to charge for it because it's my area of expertise. Okay, so actually what I'm doing now is I was just testing this. Can you do slides? Okay, can you do slides? I noticed that on my Facebook, maybe because I'm not playing it. Yeah, it's showing, and because maybe because I was not playing it, so it was not showing that it's changing. Let me play it, and then I'll lower this volume. Excuse me, it's showing, and because maybe because I was not playing it, so it was not showing that it's changing. Let me play. So there we go. So it's been playing actually. I'm happy with that. So now I know that it works. I've just changed the slide here. Let's see if it's going to change on the phone. Okay, so thank you for watching. It's Dereck Tafuma here from DereckTafuma.com. I'll see you in the next live stream on Facebook. Thank you for watching.